What's up, gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. So in this one, we're going to break down 7 behaviors, 7 things that men do that ruin attraction with women. I emphasize so often here on this channel is that it doesn't matter how high your interest is in the beginning. If you are going to make mistakes, if you are going to come off approval seeking, if you are going to come off needy, then you ruin her attraction, and it doesn't matter how interested she was in the beginning. There's no such thing in this world as meeting the right girl and then you can circumvent the behaving the right way as a guy. So that's why here today we're going to cover these 7 behaviors and make sure that you are not going to make those mistakes yourself and ruin attraction with women that were very interested in you initially. So that brings us to the first one, which is pushing for a relationship or trying to get a relationship. This is absolutely terrible. You should never do this. This is very needy. You come off like a total joke when you're trying to look for a relationship with a woman. You should never do that. A relationship should always be a byproduct of you just having fun with her, you having great bedroom fun with her. And then after that, a relationship that can potentially become a topic when she brings it up, not when you bring it up. But what do most men do? They push for the relationship. I bet in 70, 80% of the cases, it's the guy asking for the relationship with the woman. The guy chases super hard and he lets her know, I'm super sold on you. And just because she goes along with it, he thinks that there's nothing wrong with it. But the truth is that this ruins her attraction, and you set yourself up for failure when you are going to ask her for that relationship, because it's just not your job. And also, if she then later on down the line, if she becomes difficult in your relationship, if she starts to resent you, if she cheats on you, then it's 100% your fault. You asked for the relationship, you were pushing for it. It was your idea, after all, to get into a relationship. So that's why you never do this. And also because in a relationship, you can only set the right conditions the moment that she asks you, because then you can set the price and you can set the conditions for her to get a relationship with you. But because most men, they are asking for the relationship, they immediately give up all their leverage to the woman. And then she can just behave however she wants to. And then later on, these guys, they will go on the internet. Oh, yeah, she wants to go on a girl's night out. Yeah, and she's totally right. Yeah, because you just come off like a beta male to her the moment that you are asking her for the relationship. And the thing is that you will also always ask for the relationship too soon when you are going to ask her. When she asks you, you know that she is ready for it. But if you are going to ask her, then you are going to be all up in the clouds about her, while in reality, in her case, she might not even be that enthusiastic about you. And most men, they also ask for the relationship literally just a few weeks after knowing her, or a few months. For a woman to fall in love with you, it's going to take time. 3, 6, 9, 12 months. Yeah, ideally it's more like 6 to 12 from my experience. At least if you want to have a great relationship where she is really head over heels for you. But most guys, they screw this up. So be smarter. Yeah, don't ask her for the relationship, and otherwise you will pay the price for it, because I've warned you. So that brings us to the second one, which is investing in her up front. This is extremely needy, but this is how 95% of men, they go about their dating lives. They go on a date with a gal and they immediately start doing big gestures for her, buying her flowers, dinner dates, going to expensive locations, activity dates, all of these things that show high effort, high investment. I'm super into you. I haven't been on a date in 9 months. Can you please give me a chance? Picking a woman up for a first date. What a simp move. Never do this stuff. It's not good for you. It's not good for the dynamic, and you're setting yourself up for failure. Yeah, you try to impress her. You try to show her what a great boyfriend you potentially are to her. And all of that, it will turn her off, and it will set up a dynamic that is not going to be healthy, not going to be sustainable for you. It's your job to get her to invest in you up front. Yeah, you do the dates near your place. You go to cheap places. You find out what she is made of. Is she even someone that you want to keep seeing? Yeah, is she someone that has the potential also to be with you long term. It's not her job to just show up and to be pretty while you're just showering her with attention and giving her all of this princess treatment without you even knowing who she is, and you found out her name like 5 minutes ago. That just shows that you have very low standards. And that's why you do not do that in the beginning. You show that you're a guy in demand, and the guy that is in demand, he always keeps his investment low in the beginning. So stop investing so much in a woman up front, because you're only ruining the dynamic, and it will also be your fault if things then do not work out. So that brings us to the third point, which is acting like her boyfriend. And that's another thing that 95% of men out there do. They go on a date with a woman, they display the behaviors that we just spoke about, dinner dates, showering her with attention, compliments, telling her how pretty she is, picking her up, being super sweet and caring. Oh, is this okay, honey? That stuff. And all of that is anti-seductive to her. Especially in the beginning, you want to treat her like an adult. She is perfectly capable of handling her own business. Taking her own coat. God gave her 2 legs so that she could step in the car and go to the date location. Also for her to take a walk and take public transport, whatever the case it may be. She is totally capable of doing all of that stuff herself. There's no need for you to do it. But when you give her all of that sweet and caring behavior and telling her how much you care about her and what a good guy you are, being a gentleman, as they like to call that, that just comes off super beta to her and it turns her off. And this is even worse if you're dating someone from online dating. Because you just met her on Tinder like 2 days ago and you're already like showering her and like trying to pretend that she might be the one for you and that you're a super good boyfriend. You should never do any of that stuff. In the beginning, you should display lover type of behaviors, Be non-needy, keep your investment low in the beginning, show that you're a guy in demand, Be non-compliant, tell her no often. Be that guy that has a rough edge, that is not looking for her approval, that is not needy for her attention, that she is worried about, oh my God, is he going to text me after this date? I am not sure about it. Did I do a good job? That guy that she has a level of anxiety for, that guy that she really wants to win over, not that guy she's thinking, well, this guy, I got him in the back because he pulled out all of the strings on the first date. There's not much more that he can do than all of these needy behaviors. All of that, you shouldn't do it. Be her lover in the beginning, and then later on, when she has earned it over a long period of time, then you can slowly, bit by bit, start giving her bits and pieces of the boyfriend behavior. But you never lead with that. So that's it for the third point. That brings us to the fourth one, which is showing weakness. And women despise that. Women cannot stand men that are weak. Telling her how difficult your life is, how hard your job is, that you're going to a therapist. Telling her that, oh my God, I'm so tired. Telling her that you haven't had great dating experiences. All of these things, they come off weak to her, and they will just make her see you as a loser, honestly. She will just see you as a weak beta male when she hears that you cannot handle your own life properly. The thing is that women want a guy that can handle his own life and hers at the same time. So the moment that you tell her all of this stuff, I cannot do this, I cannot do that, such and such, she just hears, well, this guy, he is a danger to me. This guy will try to get me to carry the burden that he cannot carry himself because he is so weak and fragile. So don't do this ever with women. Be the guy that carries his own weight, that guy that is strong mentally, physically, emotionally, that guy that is not carried away by life and that tells her that he cannot handle things because everything has been so difficult for him. Women want to be with guys for whom life has been very easy and for whom life is only getting better. Otherwise, she will just lose attraction and she will just run from you. So just never do this. You're only shooting yourself in the foot. I'm not sorry that it hurts your feelings. So that brings us to the fifth one, which is winging the dating process. That's basically what 99% of men out there do. They have zero process in dating. They're just winging it. And because of that, they are not getting a girlfriend, because getting a girlfriend is actually very simple. You just have to follow the process. You just have to follow clear steps. And then you can just very easily turn a stranger into a girlfriend. But most men, they wing the dating process by, first of all, just running their dates in weird locations. Yeah, they show themselves, they show a lot of neediness. Yeah, they show her that she is super special and that she is different than the other girls. And then at a later stage, they very quickly they start to ask her, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?" All of these things. Yeah, they are winging the dating process. Guys think that this doesn't matter. It does. You're setting yourself up for failure. That's why you need to have a solid process from start to finish. Yeah, and not fool around with the dating process. Because if you're going to fool around with the dating process, then she will have less attraction for you. She will have no desire for you. She won't want to sleep with you. Yeah, your relationship, even if you get to that point, eventually she will come very dry for you very quickly. So all of these things, they fit into the bigger picture and into the broader process. And if you're going to wing it, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. You want to optimize everything because dating is too important of a thing in your life to be winging it. Just like you do with money. Yeah, you're not going to run a business and just think, well, my ads, they are shit, but let's not change anything about it. That is just throwing money down the bin. And that's also what most men do with women, because they get great women interested in them, but they are just throwing them down the drain because of the way that they handle those situations. And that's basically what I recommend you guys to do as well. Yeah, run your first dates in the beginning, you run them properly. Yeah, then later on you make sure that you get her invested in you. Yeah, you follow the proper process. You eliminate as many mistakes as that you can to get the highest possible desire and to get her to feel very high attraction for you. So that's it for the fifth one. So that brings us to the sixth one, which is being subservient to her. And this is another thing that 95% of men out there do. And the proof that this is happening is very evident, because you can just go out, just go to the mall, just go to your grocery store, and what do you see is that most women, they're clearly taking the lead. They're walking in front. Yeah, they might be bossing around their boyfriend or their husband. Yeah, and the woman is making all the decisions, and the woman is wearing the pants in their whole dating dynamic, in their whole relationship. And this might work maybe for a few weeks, a few months, especially with the kind of women that are very masculine, and that are not very high on the attractiveness scale, if we're going to be honest. Yeah, with those women it might work for a while, but then after that she loses attraction for you anyway. So, and then she's going to look for a guy, that is going to lead her properly and that has a sense of direction in life. Yeah, but if you're just following her around and you have no clue what you're doing, then she's just going to look at you and she thinks, you're an anchor to me. Yeah, you want to be that guy that has a sense of direction in life, that knows what he's doing, that is very competent, and that can also at the same time lead women. And that's also why you want to be able to read your dating dynamic properly, so that you do not become a subservient to her and you do not become her little servant that she is bossing around, and that she is in the meanwhile just looking for another guy that is that is more exciting, and that is way more masculine than you are. Yeah. So work on your masculinity and make sure that you have that direction in your life. So that's it for the 6th point. So that brings us to the 7th one, which is being consistent with her. And this is another cardinal sin in dating, because most men, they will send women good morning texts, send her good night texts, ask her how her work meeting went, texting her every day, showing her how important she is to him. And they do this just after a few weeks of meeting her. And all of that nonsense, it just turns her off. Because attraction it thrives when there is a level of doubt. Doubt whether she can have you, doubt on whether she did a good job on the first date, doubt whether you still like her, doubt whether she screwed up. All of these questions, she needs to have it, because then she starts to wonder about you, think about you, and she becomes emotionally invested in you. She cannot become that the moment that you're giving her all of that consistency and you show her how important she is from day one. Now, some guys, they will hear this and they will think, well, then I need to put up an act for her. And no, you don't, because the reason that most guys, they are consistent with women is also that they have absolutely nothing going on in their lives. Yeah, or they make women a priority. Yeah, they center women in their lives. But so yeah, they are at work and they're constantly checking their phone. Oh, did she get a text back from me? So she is super important to me. No, she shouldn't be. Yeah, your mission, the things that you are doing in life, they should always be more important than what's like whether she is going to text you back or not. Women should always be just the icing on the cake of a life that is already amazing. So that's it, gentlemen. So those are 7 things that guys have to stop doing with women if they want to have more dating success and stop sabotaging themselves. So if you listen to this and you find that your dating life isn't where you want it to be, and you want to change that, then you can book a call with me with the link in the bio, and then we can talk about how to get the results that you want in your dating life in the next few months. We come up with a strategy, and we will architect a life in which you can effortlessly attract the women that you want. So that's it, gentlemen. Peace.